Okie dokie, in this video we're going to take a look at pretty well a dying breed in locomotives. As far as I know, there's no manufacturer still has them in their catalog, and that is the 4-axle locomotive. So let's get started.
Southern Railfan is the place for amazing videos of all types of trains. Southern Railfan, subscribe today.
Alrighty, this first video is a fairly new railroad in western North Carolina. This is a couple of 4-axles coming into Asheville, North Carolina on the Blue Ridge Southern. Okie doke. This next video, Norfolk and Southern painted a complete train set in Operation Lifesaver. It was honoring first responders style paint scheme, and that train ran the system, teaching people how to deal with hazardous materials involved in the railroad. Well, apparently that train set didn't last that long, or they pulled those cars in regular consist now because of PSR. So that freed up that 4-axle to lurk around the system, and we found it a rainy day on a local work train. So let's check it out. Pretty cool to see that unit out, especially in the snow. Okay, this next video is the local P87 with kind of a mix of the new and the old. Leading the train is one of the modern wide cab GEs, and trailing is a high hood 4-axle. those high hood Southern style locomotives are some of my favorites. Here is P87 again, heading back to Asheville with a paired up set of high hood 4-axles.
Norfolk Southern, Alpha 99.0, no defect.
Okay, this next video is kind of unique. It has an example of all three of Norfolk and Southern's 4-axle style locomotives that ran in this area anyway. When I say 4-axle, I'm not talking about switchers, small switchers like the SW or MPs and that kind of thing. But here is P87 going back east with a low short hood, there you go, leading, running long hood forward. That's a lot to say. The second locomotive is a high hood 4-axle, and the last locomotive is one of the more modern GE 4-axles. And they didn't last too awful long on Norfolk and Southern, but check this video out. Okay, this next one's another unique one. This is P87 again, going back towards Asheville, mix of new and old. Leading is a 4-axle locomotive running Southern style, long hood forward, followed up by a couple of wide cab GEs. Okay, next up is again P87, and this has one of those standard cab 4-axle GE locomotives leading.
Norfolk Southern, Alpha 99.0, no defect.
And our last example is P87 going east towards Bridgewater with a classic set of ex-Southern high hood 4-axles of that classic Southern horn. So let's check that video out. Okie dokie, I hope you guys have enjoyed taking a look at some 4-axle locomotive power in western North Carolina. Tomorrow, Sunday, hopefully the wind will die down. Hopefully there'll be some stuff out that we can catch, so we'll see you then.